So Kamala Harris is officially out and not running for governor of California. Oof. Did I just do that? My bad. And while that's been the headline, let's be real. The bigger story isn't just who's out, it's why so many people don't even bother getting in the first place. I've been in this political space for a few months now, and I've learned something that honestly has been pretty disheartening. It's not the best person who wins, it's the best backed person who wins. It's not about values, it's about who has the money. And if that doesn't bother you, it really, really should. Because that system isn't just broken, it's intentionally rigged. That's why you have certain people who you've never heard of that dominate the polls when the election comes because they were backed and had the most money. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they were the best person. What I've learned about this political game is interesting. Let me take you behind the curtain for a second and see what I've learned as I've been running for governor of California, which, by the way, is going pretty well. When I decided to run for governor, not as a Republican, not as a Democrat, but as an independent, I was all fired up. I thought people were hungry for truth. They're tired of division. Let's go. Let's get this done. But what I walked into was not a field of public service. It was a business, if I'm being quite honest. The first question that people asked me wasn't, what's your vision for California? It was really, how much money have you raised or how much money is behind you? Who's backing you? Do you have the party support? That's what really happened. Nobody asked me about my values. Nobody asked me about my record serving within the community. Nobody asked about my time in law enforcement, mentoring kids or advocating for change or spending time in our prisons. The first thing they asked me was about funding because in their eyes, money equals legitimacy. Now, let's not sugarcoat it. That's disgusting if I'm being real. There's no reason why you should need upwards of $100 million to run an election this massive. Now, let me tell you, and I'll be quite honest, you still need money to win and be competitive in this race. But I don't know if that's the right answer. We are looking for the person that's most qualified to run the state like California. So let's talk about the Kamala decision and what it reveals. A lot of people assumed she'd run. She had name recognition, she had natural press, she had the resume. But she didn't have one thing, the guarantee that the machine would work in her favor. And when you know how the game is played, you realize that getting in it isn't just about whether you're qualified, it's about whether the system thinks you're safe enough to invest in. That's not leadership. That's corporate politics. That's chess. That's shadow negotiation, if you ask me. What we have in California isn't an open field, it's a closed circle. And if you're not in it, I'm here to tell you, good luck getting in the room. That's why I got into politics, so I can kind of expose what really goes on and actually learn for myself how politics works. This isn't just about Kamala Harris, it's about all of us. I'm not here to talk about Kamala's politics. I'm here to talk about how we got to this point where good people are pushed out and party insiders rotate chairs like it's a family business. There are everyday Californians, teachers, small business owners, officers, parents, social workers who could be phenomenal leaders, but they never even get the shot because they don't have the money from the big organizations. They don't have the lobbyists. They don't have the connections to the elite. So they don't even run. Or if they do, the media writes them off before they even speak. Why? Because how much money is behind you? Who's backing you with all the money? And that's how we end up with more of the same. It's, if you ask me, my definition or the definition of insanity, doing the same thing, expecting a different result. If you're angry about how things are going in California and you're wondering why nothing seems to change no matter who gets elected, it's because we're not electing people, we're electing products of a machine. So why is California ready for an independent? Because you know your boy is running as an independent. Here's the good news. I believe that things are changing. I believe that everybody is ready to disrupt the system. I think people are waking up, and I think voters, especially in California, are tired of being forced to pick between two extremes. Look at the data. More Californians are registered as no party preference than Republican. Independents are growing faster than any other party. And most people I talk to, they're not looking for more tribalism. They're looking for the truth. They want leadership, not labels. They want policy over performance. They want real solutions and not cultural war sound bites. And most of all, they want someone who doesn't owe anything to any political party. And I think that's where I come in. This is why I'm running and why I'm not backing down. I'm running for governor because I see what California could be, and I've seen how far we've fallen. I've worked in schools, I've worn the badge, I've sat with families in crisis, I've mentored the next generation, I've listened to parents who feel like they've lost control and to officers who feel like they've lost their purpose. This isn't theory for me, it's a lived experience. And I didn't get into the race because it was easy, I got into it because I felt it was necessary. I'm not bought. I'm not backed by a lot of the billionaires. I don't even have a party boss giving me talking points. What I have is my name, my faith in Jesus Christ, my integrity, and a calling to lead differently. So yeah, Kamala is out, but the machine is still running and is running pretty strong. And unless more people like you are saying enough is enough, it's going to keep spitting out the same type of leaders, the polished, packaged, and powerless to change anything real. And that's not who I am. I'm not running to protect the system. I'm running to disrupt it, like I said in my announcement video. And I believe California is ready. We're ready for something different. We're ready for something strong and real. Ready for someone who's not in it for the title, but for transformation. So if you're watching this and you feel like politics isn't for you, that is exactly why you need to be in this movement. That's exactly why you've been called to it. Because the people who care stay quiet sometimes, and the people who don't take over. This campaign is not about me, and I've said that from the very beginning. It's about us. So let's shock the system. Let's build something new. Let's show the country what happens when the people, not the parties, take back control and we disrupt the system. Folks, my name is Ryan Tillman. Thank you, as always, for joining me on another episode of The Ryan Tillman Show. I'm not here to play politics. I'm here to lead. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. Take care and God bless.